All right, here we go. So we're on the skid pan. This is exactly what we're going to go through. So in Assetto Corsa, you want to pick the skid pan. You're going to pick the 420 S13 from Aussie Drift Co. Now you'll notice out here, or out there, we've got 150, 120, 100, 75, 50, and then we're in at the center and we've got the 10-meter circle, right? So what I like to do is come in here and just try and see if you can either do figure eights from the start, using the 10 in the middle to intersect. Yeah. Or we can also do is you can drive in a circle and practice power oversteer. Get the car to come out. We're not touching anything else. Notice what the wheel's telling you. Drive in the opposite direction. Power oversteer. Come off the throttle. Let it rotate. So we're learning what is the game trying to tell me with the relationship of the wheel simulating car stuff, yeah? And can we affect the car without needing the wheel? Yeah, we can. We can do little mangy boys. Whoop, 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 whoop. We can even do full big what? All right, we'll spin it back around. But what I'm demonstrating there is that's what we need to understand in the game, what it's trying to tell us. And then the other real key thing is we always want to have our hands at either 10 and 2, yeah, or 3 and 6. And the reason for that is it sort of encourages you to let the wheel rotate. Now, we're also going to pass the wheel, yeah? So we pull the wheel to turn. We don't push. Again, the reason we don't push is because that makes us very far from the handbrake or the shifter, okay? Whereas if I keep my hand here, look, handbrake, shifter. But if I'm over here and I need the handbrake, look, I gotta reach so much further. Or yeah, basically if I'm over here, I'm gonna go a lot further. Then additionally, if I'm pushing down, right, it's a much harder movement to get the car to do what it wants. Whereas if you pull, yeah, look at that, very little pull, and we have natural power oversteer. Whereas if I push, see how it's a little bit worse? It's because you tend to oversteer. If you push, you tend to turn too far, which then, if you look, if I drive in a straight line, creates understeer. See, it's much harder for the car to rotate. So if I try and do power oversteer like this, look, see how long it takes? And then, I spin out. And so a lot of people, when they're trying to drift in a sim, they turn way too much and then they get on the throttle and then you spin out, right? So it's much easier to just turn, drive, and look, okay, all right, I've already got sideways. Okay, cool. So let's do that again. Okay. Now that we're starting to figure that out, now let's see if we can control it. So we'll get it to go sideways. Good. Can I? Yes, I can. If I turn in, look, that was a bit too far. Turn in and pull, right? I can keep the car going. And then if I want to rotate, look, I let it rotate. And then we can, and it's all right foot. I haven't used the clutch yet. Right foot, pulling and turning into the direction. So one of two things can happen to assist you to drift. So you can either put a throttle input in and stabilize the wheel, yeah, and you're going to extend it, or we can put the foot in and manipulate the wheel in a small fashion. We don't want to go too big, just a little fashion. And then the more you get used to this, the easier it's going to be to teach yourself how to drift. And so once you've figured that out, we want to then try and see if we can follow this white line around the 10 in the circle. Yeah, so we're going to follow this. We're going to follow this. We're going to keep our eye line. Yeah, once you can figure that out and you can do it around in this direction, grab the car and rotate again and see if you can do it in the opposite direction. Now, I fucked that up. Don't stress. Just bring the car back around, figure out what you got to do, and follow the line. Yeah, we can do it with combination of on-throttle, off-throttle movements, turning in combination with on-throttle, off-throttle movements. And then if you're keeping an eye on where you're going, you're going to understand the positioning of the car. Now that we've figured that out, let's do some figure eights. So we're going to let the wheel rotate, sit the car in position, go again, let the wheel rotate, And something that really helps is use T-Rex fingers. Do this. It forces you to have to pass. Whee! Pass the wheel. T-Rex hands. Woo! And we go through here. Chicka! Little T-Rex fingers. So that we're not really using the force of the wheel at all. We're allowing the car to drive itself from the rear. Yeah? Wop, wop, wop. Wop, 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 wop. Wop, 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 wop. Little tiny movements. We're getting a bit of understeer there, so probably more steering. And now we're bringing it out wide. Can we keep it out outside the white line? Can we run the rear tires on that? Keep it nice and smooth. Little tiny inputs, making sure we're pulling, no pushing, smooth hands. Yeah? One up. Then we're going to bring it in. Do a figure eight. What? I have not clutch kicked yet. I have not used the handbrake. We are just utilizing the pendulum effect and our feet to drive the car. And then we're using our eye line to keep an understanding of where we want the car to be. And then we look to the next spot. All right, I'm going to go in. Dum, dum, dum. Rotate the car again. We're done. We're done. Wop. Now we're doing figure eights. Now, look. Let's punch another gear. Let's go bigger. Wop. Bit of clutch work now. Now the clutch work, when that comes in, we're using that to get more aggression out of the car. We're using that to get bite, and we can also use it to change how the car rotates. Look, watch. See, we don't really need to use the wheel very much at all to actually get a car to do most of what you want it to do when you're drifting. Yeah, it can be a combination of throttle techniques, clutch techniques, and understanding, okay, I know it's going to rotate. Yep, caster's going to push it. It's going to come back. And depending on what I do with the throttle determines how fast or how slow that's going to happen, yeah? And so then we're in a position where we can do what we desire with really very minimal inputs on the wheel. So once you start understanding that, you can then do things like understand how to straighten the car out under power. Give it a big flick. Waiting, throttle, pushing. Oh, I want to switch hard. Okay, whoop. I need to switch back. Whoop. Yes, see? So it's all about understanding what is this wheel trying to tell us. So once we figured that out on this giant skid pan, and we feel like, yeah, we're fucking ready for some actual drifting, we're now going to go over to, you guessed it, the drift track. All right, so let's do that, and I'll demonstrate how you can then go from, I suppose, teaching yourself the small intricacies of how the wheel is in particular relaying caster, and then your setup as well. You want to remove all of the shitty elements, ABS, fucking slip, road, curb, minimize that as much as possible in your settings and just focus on the caster, because that is what's going to enable you to adapt to the sim if you're coming from real life. In particular, it's going to enable you to actually pick this up fast and learn what you're doing. So, in saying that, let's now move to... Oh, we can just press this. That's right. I got my button box working. I should probably save that so I can turn it into something. And so that's cool. We're keeping the replay. We're going to close this. So now we're going to move over to drift, which are this track. So I'll show you what I mean there, because I should probably share this to the screen there. Hold on, dum. All right, so we're going to go to this drift map. Okay, off we go. Let's double check how this is showing up on the stream. Alrighty, so now I'll take you through how we do it on the drift track. So, typical. Oh, sick. It hasn't. Awesome. Yeah, sweet. So you're going to drive out of the pits into second. And now what I like to do is I like to take people over into this middle section here. It's basically like a big circle. And you're going to practice power oversteer. You're just going to turn through the corner. Remember your little T-Rex fingers. And then settle the car out. Then we're going to drive through the apex, accelerating so that it gets out sideways. Look at that. And we're just going to turn through. Oh, bit of understeer. That's okay. Let's work it through again. So we're going to turn in, let it rotate, bit of footwork, turning in again, and wind the car out. Okay, and then we're going to come through again, accelerating, letting power oversteer, bring the rear of the car around, and then we're going to wind it out. And even if that happens, it doesn't matter. Even if you spin out, just take your time. Work through here. What a lot of you are going to do at the start is you're going to have too big of movements, and the car's going to behave really weird. And you're going to turn in here and go like this, and then it's going to go, oh, and it's going to loop, and you're going to, oh, fuck. This is going to happen to everybody, yeah? Or you're going to come in here and you're going to think, oh, yeah, I'll just flick it how he did. No. Be real smooth. Walk it down. Take it in steps. It's like anything. You got to learn it. So turning in, power oversteer, walking it through, a little bit of turning in, a little bit of throttle, and power out. Once you figured that out, use power oversteer from the beginning of the corner. Work it through, understand what you can do on throttle and off throttle. And then once you've done that, turn it around. Notice I haven't clutch kicked yet. I've just been using throttle. So, turning it around, we're going to drive through. We're going to let power oversteer take us through the corner. We're going to rotate. Turning in. We get through. Unwind. Turning. Power oversteer. Turning through. Making sure we're turning in on the throttle. Let it rotate. There we go. All right, now we're going to start from the beginning of the corner. Rotate through with the throttle, a little bit of turning in if we need to. Off the throttle, wind it out. Once again, power oversteer, turning through. Yeah? Once you figure this out, then try and do this. Try and, faint. Oh, a little bit of understeer. Oh, yeah, we'll just walk it through. We'll come through to here. Rotate. Turning in, making sure we're pulling. We never push, we pull, and then we're coming through here. This is all with the throttle. Haven't used a clutch yet. Haven't used a handbrake. Right, so we're just using that inertia-based flick and pulling and combining the throttle to understand. All right, now once you've done that, you go, okay, cool, I think I've figured that out. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to come over here and we're going to use this area to practice figure eights. So we're going to come through here. We're going to turn in. We're going to get the car sideways. We're going to walk it through here. Rotate, nice and smooth. Through the throttle, keeping an eye on where we want to go. Watching the rear. Rotate. Watching the rear. Push it through, looking where we're going. Watching the rear. Rotate. See how I'm pulling. Rotate again. So we're using the throttle to let the car rotate. A little bit of turning in, a little bit of footwork. Rotate again on the throttle. Whoop. A little bit wide, but we manipulate it with the throttle and it comes through. Pulling once again. In we go in the middle. Foot on. Rotate. Oh, yep. Bit of turning in. See? Figure eights. It's the foundation of any good drifter is figure eights. And if you want to get better at drifting, figure eights is something you should practice a lot. I do them all the time. I think they're incredibly effective. So once you've figured out those wonderful figure eights, then, and another thing you can do if you're struggling at the start and you can't get figure eights, come through here, drive, power oversteer, and just go, all right, I'm just going to do circles around here. We're turning in, pulling, and throttle, turning, whoosh, whoosh. Then you can go, all right, I'll go over it and I'll turn it around. Oh, I fucked that up. See, we all make mistakes. Let's turn it around again. Okay, so we are pulling, looking at the middle, watching the eye line. Practice this. Then when you start getting really comfortable, you've got a perfect track to come and look. This is like the figure eights. Bringing it round. Settle it out. All right, let's go through here. Bring it round. Let it rotate. Come through the middle like you do with the figure eights. Let's go over here now. Yeah, and see, we're doing exactly the same thing we were doing in the figure eights. We're just utilizing the whole figure eight technique in different spots. Yeah? So we're turning just like a figure eight. Now we're going to rotate through to the next section. Look, just like a figure eight. Then we're going to rotate through to the next section. Roll it around. And essentially, we're almost kind of letting the car guide us to where it wants to go. Look, okay, we're going in there now, car. Okay, bit of throttle, bit more throttle, bit of grass, but we got it. Coming out. Look, turning in. Still no clutch kicks, no handbrake. It's all about using the pendulum, keeping your eye line. Look. Oh, we'll go somewhere else now, car. Okay. Yeah, little crab hands, little tiny T-Rex hands. That way you got to be forced to pass. And that passing helps when you want to do stuff like, oh, fuck that up, but that would have been sick. But anyway, you see what I mean? Like, it's still little passing hands, little T-Rex. All feet, little T-Rex fingers, and then come out here. Little T-Rex fingers, whee! Passing. Little T-Rex fingers. If we want to change a gear, we're going up a gear. Still little T-Rex fingers. Whoop, forgot about the T-Rex fingers. But see, we use the pendulum and our feet to control that whole situation. Only a little bit of our hands. Mainly the pendulum and the feet, little bit of brakes there. And then don't be afraid to start using the brake pedal. You know, seeing what does it do? Where does it position the car? How does it affect things? What does it do to my rotation? Can I do left foot? What happens if I want to come in here? Does it rotate me faster? A little bit. You can push the nose down. And now I'm starting to play with the clutch. Once again, it's only small bits with my hands, isn't it? Little small bits. Hardly anything with my hands. All my feet. Looking where we're going. Running the wall. Looking at it. No. See? That was all waiting on the pendulum. Waiting on the pendulum again. Wah. And we're going to throw it in here. A little bit of foot brake, turn it around. Yeah, see, just small, very small inputs. And look, we're having a good time. We're running that line. We're keeping it nice and wide, you know, opening the door for the person behind us. And we're predictable because everything is slow and smooth is sideways. Yeah, there's no rushing, so there's no crazy hand movements. Driver behind us isn't feeling like we're doing erratic movements or we've got a weird line. We're nice and predictable. And so then we're easier to chase. We're more fun to drive with. Oh, way too far, but we had to give it a crack. And everything is easier, yeah? So it doesn't have to be hard. And I hope that this video has helped and you've seen that there is, you know, a very simple way to teach yourself how to drift in a sim, and then that will directly translate over to real life. So I'm going to try and do one of these every week, particularly after I do my session with Linton, who is coming to Japan with us in March, and he has never drifted before in a drift car and hasn't been on a drift track and drifted on controller, and now he's drifting on the sim, and he was in there 2 hours tonight and he made insane improvements. I'm very stoked. And yeah, I'm going to basically be teaching him how to drift in a sim and then taking him to Japan and teaching him how to drift in Japan in our amazingly well set up cars that are super easy to drive, which is what you want. You want a drift car to be very easy. So what I might do now is jump into an online service session and get some doors. Oh, that was actually fat. Let's do my favorite line. Dun, 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 dun. All right, here we go. Oh, way too far. Definitely smacking the wall. That was very ambitious. Ambitious and delicious. All right, get some walls. Might jump in a server. I love this car. The Aussie Drift Go cars are fucking sick. And this one in particular, it's got some fucking good grip, eh? Really good torque. Like, look at it. What? Fucking sick. What? Alright, let's do it. Let's get it. Without fucking it up this time. Yeah. Come on. Oh, way too shallow. Fuck. Let's finish the round, eh? Let's get it done. Oh, bit shit. Bit too long. Oh, way too far away from the wall. But we'll get there on the way back. I always want to do a comp on this track, eh? Because you can have some fat runs. Ish. Oh no! Ah, that was nearly fucking sick. Little tappy boy. Let's get it. Oh, nearly. It's such a hard line to get that one. Oh, fuck it. All right, let's go into the server. Whew. Whoosh. All right, server time. Wish there was I need to find better servers, hey? Yeah, Clash Kickers. Let's get in there. Bum. It's hot inside that mask. It should be about right. Oh, yes. I do like the gravy cars as well. Oh, that was fucked up. Ooh, come on, adjust. They're not Aussie drift car cars. Come on. There, alright, I'm back. Oof, horrible. Bad hands. Ish. Let's get some fucking dollars. Oh, fuck it. Come on, get your shit together. What the fuck? Not him, me. That was fucking horrible. Come on, right. Yeah, just put down the fucking lady boy. Oh, that was fucking rough. Yeah, these are a bit spicier. You gotta be a little bit more aggressive than on the ball with the gravy cows. They're just fucking a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more inputs. Definitely gotta use the clutch a lot more. Give them a fucking good hiding, you know. Gotta make sure we get the spanking of the clutch pedal. Oosh. Oh, fucking bit chunky there, but we'll get it. We'll get it. We're getting back. Woo-hoo-hoo. Meow, 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 meow. All right, we're getting there. We're figuring it out again. Come on. Oosh. This is fucking sick. Alright, but I do want to chase someone, so someone's gonna have to fucking let me chase him. There we go. Let's give him a chase. Oh, fuck. Sorry, bro. Get your door. Oh, so if you just joined the live stream, earlier in the stream, I went through how to drift in a sim, how to teach yourself. I will be turning it into an independent video with replay footage from the outside and all that sort of jazz so you can see what the car is doing. I did save the replay of the offline session that I was doing so that I could make that edit. And now I'm just sort of putting some of that shit into practice and showing you how the pendulum effect and understanding figure eights comes in handy for chasing. And if you can get that anticipation up on that switch appropriately, and the lead driver has a fat line like this motherfucker, then you don't even need to touch the handbrake because you can control the car and its positioning merely with the clutch, the accelerator, the angle of the car, and the fucking brake pedal. Oh, this fucking fat cam of chassis boys. Fuck yeah. Ooh. Ooh. That was fucking horrid on my part. What a fucking good line this cunt's putting down. Ooh. Oh, we didn't hit him. We didn't even use the handbrake and we're still fucking good. Oh, that was fucking sick. Let's get all up in it. Come on, get there. Ooh. Oh, fuck. That was a bit sloppy on my part, but we got there in the end. A little bit rushed. Ooh, fucking hell. Woohoo! Fucking get it. I was like, oh, this Ty's car. Oh, it's Mr. Jeffries. I wonder if it's Mr. Jeffries himself. It's probably not, but I do like driving with that gentleman. It's been far too long. Actually, all the gravy boys are sick to drive with too. Whoa. Oh, fuck. Oh, so sloppy, but we're getting there. Fucking sloppy. Sorry, whoever's behind me. Still not a handbrake used. That was shit. I should have definitely used a fucking handbrake in that situation, but I'm trying to prove the point that if you understand figure eights, then I fucking need the handbrake. Oh! Fucked it. I just wanted to get behind old mate. I'll just slot in here. Ooh. I do love a bit of chasing, but we need more fucking servers than just this one. I've got to get my server back up. I'll have it back up next week. Oh, come on, bruh. Sorry, bruh. Oh, sorry, bruh. Sorry, dude. That was pretty shit. Let's get some other people. I want to do other people. Oh, this guy's a bit whirly. Very whirly. Let's go chase the big fucking chaser. I'll just catch him down the straight here. Oh, watch out for old mate. Typical. Fucking typical indeed. Alright, we'll just chase whoever. Let's see where we fit. Oh, fuck. This guy, whoever that is. Come on. Oh, fucking Jesus, what the... This is fucking nuts, mate. This lobby's turning to shit. Yeah, just cut in front. That's all good. Okay. Alright. You're clearly new. Let's get the beamer. Fuck, this guy's just... Are you just in first gear, mate? I think so. It looks like he's putting down the right line. Let's go chase him. This guy's quite good. I've been tongue out. That means he's real good. What the fuck is this cunt doing? First gearing. Oh, okay, he can actually drive. He was just fucking around in first gear. Wow. Oh, fuck, that was definitely my bad. That was so my fault. That was such a poor contact on my behalf. But yeah, as you can see, everything I taught just before in the how to drift tutorial, oh fuck, except for that shitness, all works when you're chasing somebody too, because figure eights are basically the number one component in being able to chase well, because you need to be able to anticipate that switch and then see momentarily switch before them so that you can sit in the pocket. And it's really important to be able to do that when you're in a low power car against a high power car, because you need to be switching early so that you can gain that grip. And then you also want to be making sure that most of the transition, you're getting the max out of the car and it's straight line grip. So having a good push through, push. As soon as all four wheels are straight, bam, clutch kick, and it'll push you through. Ready? Look, push, push. We're back on that door. We're waiting. Oosh! Switch in the pocket. Waiting. We're here. Booze. Stand in the pocket. Close that distance. Switch early. Oosh! Little clutch kick. Whoosh. A little bit of feathering there. That whoop. Whoop. I love this SR powered 14 in the gravy pack. It is unfucking real. Let's see if we can catch him. A bit of an inside flick, a bit of a foot brake. See, and this is how we use the figure eight to close distance. Oh, he's peeled out. Now we use the figure eight to stay out wide. One nine. Whatcha? Oosh. Oh, so short. I was worried about that car. Fuck. I was looking like I was going to see. Let's do it again. Run through. Ooh, a bit sloppy and short that time. So let's get this one on. Oh, still sloppy. Oh, fuck, I'm getting tired, I think. I reckon it could be time to stop. Oh, maybe. Oh. Oh, this guy has a fucking spicy line. Oh, that was fucking so shit on my behalf. Oh, fuck. That was shit too. Sorry, bro. Oh. That was horrible crossing my arms. What the fuck was that shit? Oh, Braden would smack me for doing that. Braden, actually, you're probably never going to see this, but if you do, you have permission to smack me next time you see me for fucking crossing my hands like that. Was... Oh. That guy looks like he's struggling a little bit. Fuck, sorry, bro. That was shit on my part. I fucking should have been better. Sorry about that. This looks like someone on a controller. Oh, cutting up the front. Notice my hands went to shit then and my driving went to shit. So I got caught up in my head and I was like spazzing out in accident avoidance and forgot about focusing on my hands for a moment, and then my driving went to shit. Never panic. That's the key. Oof, that's it, I'm done. Whew. Anyway, so that's an example of how you can utilize the figure eight to tandem. I better save that and see what happens. But yeah, that's basically the end of my How to Drift live stream. If you watch the beginning, I'm sure you'll find heaps of stuff. I don't even know who watched it. I don't really care. I'm putting it out there for those that maybe want to see how to get better at sim drifting and what to focus on. Feel free to DM the channel if you want my settings on my wheel or anything. But yeah, that's me done. Sayonara.